What does high score mean? New high score, is that bad? What does that mean? Should I break it?
Hello everyone and welcome to Veteran Gaming. I am Aaron. And tonight in Eternal Evolution, we are going to talk about PvP and then we're going to do some of the Summit Arena and I'll show you what teams I'm using, how they play against some other teams. The first thing I want to address real quick, I recently made a video on my prediction for the next Triple S hero coming to the game and I was guessing Atlas Vanguard. I was wrong on that. But I was correct. We are getting melee Triple S Assassin, and I'm pretty sure we're still going to get the next level, the EX levels tacked onto Terradome. But I want to say, in relations to PvP, I was a little bit bummed by the release of the Triple S Assassin, and frankly, even my guess of Vanguard wouldn't have helped a ton, but I was really hoping that we would get a character that would bring maybe hunters or somebody else into the PvP scene, right? Because we are building rosters, we're building more and more heroes here, and they're trying to get PvP to be more of a factor, I think, right? Like Summit Arena has some good rewards. It's kind of a big deal. You're getting diamonds every day from your arenas, which are really important. And then Guild versus Guild. They did a test run on which I think personally the rewards were a little lackluster, but in general, I love that. I want the Guild v Guild to be a big thing, right? That's what's going to keep people really into this game, is putting their guild competitively against another guild. So I want that to be a big deal, but it's just kind of a bummer right now because the PvP scene is just not that deep. It seems like in general, there's an assassin team, there's a vanguard team, and there's a summoner team. And that's kind of what everybody runs with. And frankly, if you don't have one of those teams, if you have an energy or a hunter, then you're just going to get rocked by one of the three meta teams right now. And I understand there's always likely to be a meta, but this is kind of what I've liked about this game, and even Raid to some extent, other than like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. In Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, you have very specified teams, right? And you can change around the modding and the speed a little bit, so it's a little interesting. But in games like this, in Raid, you don't have a leader, you don't have a faction bonus, so you can mix and match and really play with some teams. And I understand that Eternal Evolution is still a very new game. It's only been out 6 months or something like that. But I was really hoping that they would bring in a big hunter character that could add to that faction. Kind of like Nord did to Energy, right? He made, because they now have a tank, somebody that can take damage, Energy are a little bit more, pervasive across the game. They're still not great in PvP just because it's kind of Nord reliant. They don't have a ton of damage mitigation other than that. But I was really kind of hoping to see, some kind of hunter tank hybrid or something to bring some hunters into PvP or something. Because like I said, it just seems like Assassin, Summon, and Vanguard, and granted tanks are trying to get in the game a little bit here with Pandemonium. But I don't know, just seems a little lackluster for some of the classes out there. So hopefully PvP, I mean, this game does a great job. The developers are very good at recognizing problems that the community bring up and trying to fix them. So I'm assuming the PvP, how it's kind of stagnated a little bit, I assume that they're going to get to that just by the release of characters, right? The more characters that come out, the more options, content creators and other players are going to be finding combinations that work a little bit better. So I'm sure it's going to get better in the future. I was just kind of hoping for a little bit of a kickstart now, because I think this Assassin's probably just going to slot into Assassin teams people are already running and either kick out Randall or Rakana. So kind of a bummer there. But that was my rant. I'm off the soapbox about PvP now. Let's just dive into some PvP. And I'm not going to show you attacks on like the poor 45.2 guy, because we're not going to get anything from that, right? But I was number one going into this. I think I'm at my lineup is 9.8 million. Next highest is 8.8 and an 8.2. So I'll probably show you like the 8.8, 8.2, and 7.5. So let's go ahead and dive in. First of all, we got Captain Grizz at 8.8. So this is Assassin. So let's put in our commander there. Check the commanders. Yeah, you got the wrong commander. Okay. Yeah, some of these teams are a little funky. I must not have messed with them since the last time. We can fix that. No big deal. If I remember what on earth I do. No, you do get Nord. What am I doing here? Get in there, Nord. Assassins get Nord. And then the summoners get Muka now because I have him in a lot of damage reduction gear. What's going on? Oh, because I still have energy selected. Whoops. Get back to all. Yeah, I have Muka now in a Marauder set and the damage mitigation gear, the new one from Disa Caves. So he lasts a little bit longer. And that's really all you want from Muka, right? Like, there's a ton of damage on that team. So all I really need is Muka to distract people a little bit until Daniel, Ampu, and Skur and Hattie put in some solid work. And then that's kind of all she wrote. So I still have the best overall luck with a little bit of matching, right? Like, I always put my Leo against their Leo. Just because he is such an amazingly strong hero that it's kind of about the only way it works that you can actually take him out effectively. I don't really love the rest of this matchup here, other than the fact that Rez, I mentioned this in another video, I don't know if you guys know this, we'll let it play out, but I'm pretty sure Rez is just going to laugh at Rickert the whole time. For some reason, like, Rez has special anti-Rickert armor or something. It's absolutely hilarious. So, massively damaged character, wastes his time on Rez pretty much the entire time. Alright, so we want to swap this out because it gives a special Mazrani bonus. So, we're going to put Horn of Healing with Mazrani because he has a circle healing ability, which the Horn of Healing here, when they cast a, where is it? Cast an AoE healing skill, you can get 24% extra, so we give that to Mazrani. You get Flashpoint. Yeah. Alright. You know what? I might switch. I might look into switching Mazrani to this team and Serena to the Vanguards, but we'll mess with that later. You need Flowing Rune because you have Nord. Sorry about all this setup, guys, but this is one thing we want to make sure we get right. This is the difference between winning and losing. Alright, they have their Divine Prototypes. Everything's set there with the Commander. You're good. You're good. Alright. So they got some, so we're 3.2 against 2.6, 3.2 against 3.2 even. And they have a Hunter Commander there. Interesting. No, this isn't. I want to switch this. I want Summoners on Summoners. And then the Assassins will take out Emma and Taylor instantly. And then they just got to worry about some of the more annoying ones. So I have absolute confidence in every single one of these. So let's rock and roll. Combat info has changed. What does that mean? Oh, did they change their lineup? How'd they do that? Are they, like, in the game right now messing with stuff? That's kind of interesting. I've never seen that before. At least it didn't just automatically attack, though. That would have been annoying. Alright, let's reset everything up. Alright, Assassins against their Hunters. Vanguard against Leo. Summoners. Alright, let's try this again. That was weird. Never seen that before. Who knows? Maybe they're playing live right now also. Alright, so, yep. Emma's down. Oh, no, Taylor's down. Emma's down. Or did they lose somebody else? I don't know. They killed people so quickly there, I couldn't even tell what was happening. Pandemonium actually could be a bit of a problem here. I'm not that familiar. Oh my god, he just killed him. Wow. I'm not that familiar with Pandemonium, as you can see here. If he's like that anti-assassin, that is wild. Holy cow, he is. He is that anti-assassin. Crazy. I did not know that. That's a huge bummer. I'm still going to win the other two. I'm not that worried about it, but that's good to know. And that's why I made the video tonight, because I learned something. So hopefully you guys did too. Man, I did not realize he was that anti-assassin in his kit. Wild. Shrugged it off. Now I wonder if he can do that against, like, summoner teams. Crazy. Very cool. I don't mind losing that one to learn that. That was wildly important. Alright, so here's the Vanguard. Unfortunately, their Assassins went for my Mazrani. Man, I talked a lot of crap about, like, not having a problem getting through this, but his teams are doing some good work. He might have some solid setups here. His Leo's down, though, so this is pretty much over. I wonder who killed my res. Must have been Bailey. Might have to go back and watch these videos a little bit later. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Leo's still gonna shred everybody. Leo's got long hair, don't care. Game. Oh, yep, there we go. No problem winning that one. Thank you, Leo. And then my summoners should also have no problem here. I do find it interesting that in Summit Arena, you cannot manual. But in Guild versus Guild, you can. Kind of interesting. I'm very, it would be very interesting to hear why they decided to do that. Also, kind of a side note, I am such a non-believer in Liren. You can see his lineup has Liren as a healer in there. I'm such a non-believer in Liren. I would much rather run with no healer than Liren. See, look at that. Muka lived through the whole thing. Like that team down there, Liren, to me, Liren adds nothing to that. Where are we at? This guy. Get him out of there. To me, he adds nothing. I would rather have a pure damage class and lose the tiny bit of heals that he's throwing out there. But this player obviously believes in him because it has him hyper evolved. So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that one, but I just do not believe in Liren. So there we go. 2 out of 3, not bad. Probably should have gotten 3 out of 3, but I just did not understand Pandemonium, probably because I don't really have a Pandemonium up and rolling. So, all right, St. Michael here. We have a full displacement team here. Assassins and Vanguards. Okay. Then we have Summoners with Crete. Okay, no Ampu. Last team, I don't think had an Ampu either. Ampu's really, really good, guys. If you don't have an Ampu, try to get one. Alright, so again, I want to use my Assassins against this Hunter team of theirs. But then I want Leo on Leo again. Leo on Leo crime. Vanguards on Vanguards. Summoners on Summoners. And Assassins on Assassins, I think. I wonder how much of it's because Pandemonium got a bonus, too. I don't know. He looked like he shrugged that off pretty much no problem anyway. I don't really want to get too weird here. I kind of want to see if the Assassins could take out like their Summoner team with no Ampu. You know what? I'm going to make it to the next round, and I don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. So, let's just switch the last two. Let's see if Summoners can take out Nord. Which is actually going to be kind of touch and go. You know what? I might get wrecked. I don't know if I'll get past Nord, and I think those Hunters might wreck me. And I don't want to risk losing just for the sake of throwing some stuff out there. So we'll leave it the way it is. Call me a scaredy cat if you will, but I don't, man, if those Hunters really are just free to let loose, and they didn't have a healer, there's 4 of them. They could pump out some serious damage if nobody gets to that back line, but if you have Assassins, then that's just going to be a quick game over. Oh, going for, let's get this out of the way. Going for res. Their Leo's almost down. Mine's at full health. Res is still up and running. There goes their Leo. Oh, there. Yeah, see, their Rickard's on my res now, and he's essentially wasting his time. Yeah. Just wild. Okay, too easy. Summoners, this should be no big deal. Crete's dead. Ampu smokes pretty much everybody. I'm telling you guys, I don't have Muka EX30 either. And I wouldn't even recommend spending that resource. I would hold him at EX20, but put him in some Marauder gear and the damage reduction gear. And, I mean, look at him. He stays alive. He's in the fight. He was just fine. That's all you need from him. You just need to buy some time while Daniel and Ampu go to work. All right. So, Assassins Hopefully gonna cut them up. Man, Rickard's almost down though. Yeah, look at that. They got them all. Raceris is still up. Raceris, oh my god, got him. Holy cow. Wild. They must have absolutely pumped out the damage. Well, this is just annoying. We're not going to sit here and watch this. It'd be funny if Serena won, though. Oh my god, she did. Oh, no, she didn't. Okay. I got so excited there for a minute. Man. Look at that. Raceris put out 11.7 million. Way more than Nord. That was a cool team. I really thought the Assassins would slice through, but they're so squishy. She absolutely rocked him. So there you go. Maybe that's why they didn't add a hunter, like I said at the beginning rant of this video. That was really cool. Really solid damage there. Very cool. I like that, St. Michael. Good team setup. There you go. There's a fun one. Pure damage. Just absolutely try to blast him down. Alright, last one we'll do tonight. Agathor for 7.5 million. Yeah, Liren. There's just no reason for Liren. Granted, he's scraping the bottom of the barrel for this team. That's not... looks like all of his teams are kind of rough. Definitely still building the account. There's no shame in that. Yeah, it's just the way it is sometimes. When you're building your account. Sorietta, super strong early on. Really falls off in mid and late game. Assassins, that's fine. You know what? I'm not worried about losing this one, so we are going to put the Summoners against somebody else and then put the Assassins against the Summoners. Granted, they don't have an Ampu, which is really the anti-displacement hero, so it's not really going to be that big of a deal, I'm assuming, but whatever. Let's just go. Should be a bit of a walk in the park, hopefully. But I've said that before, and then Pandemonium wrecked me, so maybe I shouldn't be overly cocky. Yeah, but then Ampu hit. Does so much damage. Nagrama, you are worthless. I will not keep secret my Nagrama hate. Alright, Bailey and Rickard are in the back. Trying to keep Daniel up. Doing a good job keeping Daniel up. That's the problem with the Assassins. You don't get people down like now. They're so squishy that you're going to be hurting. Oh, there goes Boar. Big hit from Rickard. Bailey's doing more, though. Very nice. Through them, no problem. Would have been interesting to see if they could have gotten through an Ampu team like that, because, I mean, Ampu is the anti-displacement, so if they could get him down, I don't know. Would have been interesting. Well, bye-bye Taylor. Just Leo left, full team. I don't think we really need to rub this into Leo's face. We can probably just call this what it is. I'll spare you, King of the Jungle, but we got 3 wins there. No problem. So there we go. There's some setups I'm using. Maybe could have mixed it up a little bit. But yeah, we all learned something. Pandemonium, anti-assassin, absolutely wild. He wrecked that team 100% on his own. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video tonight. If you have thoughts on the PvP situation in Eternal Evolution or Guild vs. Guild or Summon Arena or anything, please leave it down in the comments section down below. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss upcoming content. And as always, guys, have fun. Good luck.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.